Hey guys, do you have long hair and want to rock a braided bob hairstyle like this? If that's you, keep watching. So I use the 72 pre-stretched expression hair, and even though it was the most difficult hair that I've ever had the displeasure of working with, it still served its purpose, right? I seen a video a few weeks ago of someone complaining about this hair, how it tangles a lot. And I was just thinking to myself, okay, I'm not going to be able to do the long braids that I initially bought it for. Because, who wants to do long braids with some braiding hair that's just tangling around the place? So I decided that I was going to use it instead for this bob so that I'll cut it and, make it more manageable. Because I guess when it's longer, it's more difficult to manage the tangles. So what I'm doing here is just pre-sectioning the hair and placing on this stand so that when I start braiding, it's gonna go faster. And in this part, I'm just showing you my hair, the length of my hair, right? Given that I wanted to do a bob, I was worried that if I braid my hair all the way down, when it's time to cut the braids, I might mistakenly cut my hair. And so I went to YouTube and did some research on how to achieve a bob when you have long hair, or at least when your hair is longer than the length you want your bob to be, right? And I saw many ideas. The one that really stuck with me is the Ghana zip braid, guys. So this technology, I tell you, this Ghana zip braid technology, it's the best thing that has happened to me since fried plantains. I won't lie. That thing is a winner. Like if you want to do your braided bob, that's literally the best way to achieve it. And the technique itself is quite simple, but it's tricky because once you start doing it, it's easy to start defaulting to your regular braid, right? And it's not a regular braid, it's a special kind of braid, right? Where you're using your hair to zip the extension, pretty much. So if you see what I'm doing here, I'm using my hair and wrapping it around one piece of the extension at a time. So I take it under and over, under and over the other one, under and over the other one, just like that. And it looks pretty easy, right? It looks like it's just a regular braid, except that you're using your hair to do most of the work. The extension, the other extension pieces are not moving. It's your hair that is, zipping, you know, under and over one extension piece at a time. Okay, I'm going to do a close-up to show you a close-up, and I'll try to go more slowly to show you how I did it. And if you're looking at the rest of my hair, you can see how some of them are a little bit more clunky than others. It's kind of more difficult to do it on yourself. I know for sure that if I'm doing on someone's hair, I would do a better job, but it's really tricky when you're doing it on your own self. You need to really pay attention not to default to the regular braid. All right, so you take the hair, the extension piece, like that, hold your hair on one side, hold the two parts of the extension on the other side, kind of forming an infinity loop like that. And then you start using your hair to wrap around the extension. So your hair is going under and over one piece, and over and under, over and under, over and under. So your hair is doing the work. If you look at the way I'm doing it here, I'm defaulting to braiding a little bit, and that's not really working to zip. That's not really the zip pattern right there. But with this style, you're still able to make sure that your hair doesn't go all the way down, right? Because you're using your hair to do most of the work. And so I get to that point and my hair is almost finished, but my hair is much longer than that. If I were doing a regular braid, I would still have lots of my hair remaining. So the secret with doing the zip braid, or at least a close alternative of it, is that you have to use your hair. Your hair has to do most of the braiding at the beginning. You're not using the braiding hair, mostly your hair, right? Okay, let's try this other one again. You hold the extension piece in the middle, and then you hold your hair on one side. So the extension piece, the two pieces are on one side, your hair is on the other side. And then you start wrapping your hair around the extension piece. My hair is going over and under the other one. Then it comes over and then under, over, and under. And when you're doing it, try to make it tight so that it's kind of creating that zip effect, you know. Yes. So when you kind of tighten it instead of like braiding downwards, it really works. It really gives that zip look. All right. So I would say that the key is to, you know, tighten. When you're using your hair to wrap around those extension pieces, you tighten it. Don't braid downwards the way you do when you're braiding. You kind of tighten your hair around those extension pieces, and that gives it that zip effect that you see there. And you see my hair is already done. I'm done with my hair. But my hair is much longer than that. If I were doing a regular braid, my hair would still be going at this point. I would still have my hair. You get it? You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Oh no, I'm kidding, guys. See, I understand that it's a bit hard to explain. And I know my fingers kind of seem all over the place, and I know it can be challenging to really figure out what's going on here, right? So maybe I'm gonna do another video with my mannequin head that I just bought. Yes, I did buy a head with some afro hair, and I'm going to do a lot more tutorials using that head, guys, because you know I don't change styles that often, so I'm not gonna be, you know, changing my hairstyle just because I want to do a video or something. I'm going to use that mannequin head to do a lot more tutorials to show how to do certain things. I think that doing this thing, the zip braid on that mannequin head is going to make it more clear. Okay, so you know, you guys just hold on, the video is coming. If you don't really get it from what I'm doing here, don't worry, the video is coming, and I think you'll see it better. Okay, all right. So here I just want to show you the actual length of my hair, and you see where my finger is stopping, that's where my hair ended. So isn't that amazing? This Ghana zip braid thing, it's really something, you know, for those of us who want to rock bob braids with, you know, long hair. So when I finished, I just had to cut the braids into the bob, and that's where I started being indecisive, because I was like, you know, bobs come in all lengths. You can have a long braided bob look, you could have something much shorter. And when I was looking at this, I felt like it would look nice with this length, right? So I cut it not too short, and at least even if I do it and it's a bit on the long side, eventually I can, you know, make it shorter. But if I already make it short up front, it's gonna be hard to go back to a longer look, you know. So I applied some mousse. I don't really know why people do this mousse thing, guys. I'm just doing it because I see others do it. Is it to make the braids look smooth? I don't know. Anyway, I applied some jojoba oil on my scalp, and then yeah, this one I know why I do it. I do it just to kind of make my scalp not look so dry. Yes, so, but I don't do it all the time. But jojoba oil is oil that is very close to the sebum on our scalp, so I'm very comfortable using it on my scalp, guys. So once I'm done with that, you know, I get to cutting. I'm not going to show you the whole process because it was very painful for me. When I was braiding, I wasn't following the same length. Some were a little bit shorter than others, and it was a bit tricky because I had to take off the rubber band and, you know, try to braid it down a little bit to get it to the length that I wanted before cutting. So in order not to make the video unnecessarily long, I'm just gonna, you know, cut it off camera, and then I'll come back to show you how I did it, how it looks, sorry. And then I'm putting some hair jewelry on the ends there just to give it some beauty, make it look special, right? And here is the bob. I was so loving it, guys. I think it could be a little bit shorter, especially the ones at the back, but I couldn't cut it shorter than that. Not because my hair was there, but I couldn't reach behind and really get it to be the right, you know, even all across. So this will have to do for now. Maybe when someone comes to visit me one of these days, I'm gonna grab them and make them cut it for me. For now, this is what we have. So do you like this look? Would you rock it if you have long hair? Have you been wanting to do a braided bob for some time but didn't do it because you thought that you would have to cut your hair or something, let me know in the comment sections if you have other tricks up your sleeve about how to achieve a braided bob without cutting your hair. I'll be so interested to hear more from you guys. And I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up or subscribe. And here is the finished look. I was totally loving this hairstyle, guys. I really love it. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.